Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta. Again, I am your host, Keisha Lancelin. Thanks so much for continuing to watch. In this segment, we're going to talk a little bit about how we can do better about taking care of this earth. I'm here with Diamond Spratling. We're going to talk about girl plus environment.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
Thanks so much for being here. I know that I feel like you were just here at the state capitol in Georgia. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we had an incredible day. There were over 200 people who actually showed up to advocate for our healthy communities. And so we were there from 8 in the morning. We went through a training to how do we talk to our representatives. And then we hit the ground running. We went to across the street to the Capitol. We talked to our representatives at the ropes. We told them about the different environmental issues that we're seeing here, especially right here in Atlanta. And it went really great. We talked to them about air pollution, water pollution, increased data centers, how that's impacting our health and well-being. So there was a lot of issues to talk about that day.
In terms of what we should know when we go to our representatives, when we write those letters and make those phone calls, what do you want us as community members to do to help you continue to push this initiative forward?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll just start with yes, it can feel very intimidating talking to our representatives, but the thing to remember is that they're humans just like us, right? And we voted them into those positions. And so it's even more important that we build those relationships with them and talk to them. And so when we do go to our representatives, you want to be transparent. You want to talk about the issues that you're seeing right in your own backyard. If you're seeing increased air pollution, if you're seeing landfills, if you're seeing your health be impacted, your children's health, asthma rates, things like that, you want to be transparent and talk to them and tell them that, hey, we want you to hold yourself accountable to the things that we voted you in office for.
I love that. And you're right. So often we feel a little intimidated, right, when we see a title or something like that. But at the end of the day, this is about all of the health for all of us.
Exactly. And that's so true. And that's what I keep telling our members in our community. But the thing is, it's so much more fun and just more comfortable if you can go with a group of people. And so I always tell people, bring your friends. We all showed up with our GPE pins and all of our colors and all of the things. And, it just feels better when you're in community with people. So I understand that.
Excellent. And again, thank you for being there. Thank you for showing up for all of us because that's really what you're doing. Tell
Yeah.
me a little bit about the history of Girl Plus Environment. Like, when did this hit you that, you know what, I personally can make an impact?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll be celebrating 7 years this month, which is so insane. I don't know how we got here, but I started the organization back in 2019 when I was just a grad student at Emory. And really, I was learning about the connections between our environment, specifically air pollution, and our health and how it was impacting our communities, especially Black and Brown women, fibroids, endocrine disrupting chemicals, all the things. And so I just say, you know what? I've got to put an end to this. I have to speak up. I'm the one who's studying environmental issues. And so I feel obligated to not only educate my own community and my family, but everyone so that we know that there's things that we can do and we should be doing, as opposed to just sitting on information that is so critical to us. So here we are, over 700 members in 35 different states now, and 7 years that we've been going.
That's amazing. And you know what? I think that what's so impressive to me is that I personally have said, oh, I wish there was something that I could do. You know what I mean? Like I personally have said those words. And then I read about you and I go, oh, wait, okay, wait, hold on. There is something that I could do. There are phone calls that I could make. There are letters that I could, I can play a role.
Yes, exactly. And that's the thing that I think you're not alone in that at all. A lot of people are just like learning information. I mean, we're fed so much information, especially through social media these days, that it can feel like we're defeated of like, oh my gosh, what can I do? But that's exactly why Girl Plus Environment was created, because we don't want to sit on that information. We want people to be able to take tangible actions, have fun while you're doing it, and to build community at the same time.
Well, for the person that's watching and thinking, oh my gosh, I totally would have been there. I had no idea they were going to be at the Capitol. Where can we tune in? Where can we, step up to the plate, read a little bit more, stay involved? Do you have a website?
Absolutely. So please feel free to visit girlplusenvironment.org. That you will find all the information about our programs, our events. You can sign up to become a member, which is completely free. And also feel free to engage with us over social media. We're on all the platforms at Girl Plus Environment.
To close out, what would be your parting words with someone who is thinking, it's just too big? The issue is just too big. There's nothing that one person can do. I can't really make an impact. What do you say to those who feel just a little overwhelmed?
Yeah, well, I'll just first say that I understand feeling overwhelmed. We are all overwhelmed, especially right now in this current climate. But one of the things I challenge people to think about is think about the other movements that have come before us, the civil rights movements, the Black Lives Matter movement, the Me Too movement. All of those movements started with one person, and all of those actions, all of those people continue to join in. So there's something that you can do, that you should do, and bring friends with you as well. Nothing is going to be completed if we don't get started. So there's no better time than now to take your anger and your frustration and turn that into action.
Oh my gosh, you got me. Do you see I keep inching up? Every time you said something, I was like, oh my gosh, we could do this. You got me all excited. Thank you
Love
so
it.
much for what you do. Thank you for your time. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, guys, we can do this. We can play a role. We can step up to the plate. I know sometimes these things seem daunting, right? It seems so overwhelming. But when each of us kind of steps up to the plate together, that's when the big movements are made. So please take the opportunity to go to the website, learn how you can step up to the plate, and stay tuned to more Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back.